ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crossfire Sports Media, the military science of sports. I'm your host, Caleb English. Today, we're going to be talking about the next great I told you so of the NFL, Justin Fields. Today, we'll be talking about him, his college career, and his new team, the Chicago Bears. Let's get into it. In 2020, the Chicago Bears went 8-8 and made it to the playoffs. They were then eliminated by the Saints in the wildcard round, and as a result, they had the 20th overall pick in this year's draft. However, they then traded up to the 11th pick, and with the pick, they selected Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. Justin Fields is a phenomenal athlete. He's got a big arm, good accuracy, and he's a dual threat. He can get the job done both in the air and on the ground. Justin Fields and another member of this year's draft class, Trevor Lawrence, remind me a lot of two members from the 2018 draft class, Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson remind me of each other because both of them had excellent college careers, but they were both drafted much later than expected. Trevor Lawrence and Baker Mayfield remind me of each other because both of them were college football's biggest stars and were picked number 1 overall. If Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence were on the same team and they were in a quarterback competition, Justin Fields would be my starter. The reason why is because if you've seen the history between these two, Justin Fields has always handed Trevor Lawrence's butt to him. It's facts over feelings, and you've seen the stats, you've seen their performances. Now it's time to acknowledge that Justin Fields does exactly what Trevor Lawrence does and more. I'm going to be honest, the Bears quarterbacks last year absolutely sucked. They forced way too many passes, which led to a lot of turnovers. Granted, it doesn't help that your offensive line basically disappeared last year, but that doesn't make the poor quarterback play inexcusable. The biggest threat with this year's Bears team is poor offensive line play. You see it right here, Nick Foles having to run for his life, and even with that, he still has to throw the ball away. It ends up in an interception. You've got to do better than that, O-line. The biggest strength with this Bears team is the amount of talent on this team. Of course, on offense, you have weapons like Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney, and David Montgomery. Plus, there's a very talented defense that's led by Roquan Smith and Khalil Mack. This Bears team has a lot of opportunities heading into 2021. Matt Nagy has to prove that he is a talented head coach and he's worthy of keeping his job as head coach. Justin Fields has to prove that he can beat out veterans and become the next face of the franchise. Andy Dalton has to prove that he is talented and he can live up to the QB1 status. Now, here's my prediction. My floor for this team is 6-11. My ceiling for this team is 11-6, and I believe the Bears will go 9-8 in 2021. That's my prediction. What's yours? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm Caleb English, signing off. Over and out.